This is the story of Falcon BMS, the people's simulator that refuses to die.
Tower, feed 2-1, position and hold. Eagle 8-1, break departure.
Sentry 1, this is Falcon 1. We're established in the cap. Request picture.
Roger, Falcon 1. Sentry 1 shows the picture. Clear in all lanes.
Good news, Sentry 1. Looks like they're taking it easy up north today.
Hold, Falcon 1. We have a situation developing. Mandumi is under attack. Engaged with ground units.
Cougar has the nearest target. Heavy group.
News tonight, North Korea declares war on
Stars reports multiple mechanized units.
Cougar flight. Spike. Range 15 miles.
Democratic People's Republic of Korea
Flight.
launched
Cougar
the
with a new
largest
picture.
military...
Reporting massive troop
At least 4
sectors
groups.
1, 2, and 5.
Maneuvering all trailers hot.
Falcon 1, snap 030, 10 miles. A single hog is engaged, defensive with the fulcrum.
Falcon 1 copies. Radar hits there. We're on our way.
Fulcrum has log. He's all over me.
Falcon 1, tally, tally. Engage defensive.
He's firing. Break. Jeez.
Falcon 2, cover me. I'm in. 2. I've got lock. Fox 3. Missile away. Tracking. Splash 1.
Sierra Hotel Falcon 1.
That fulcrum driver is now a smoking hole in the ground.
Falcon 1 heads up. Multiple targets inbound. North 20 miles.
Holy copy, Sentry 1. Looks like the start of a very busy day.
Not a day goes by without thinking about you. This is my love story. Yeah, you heard that right. Although I love DCS, Microsoft Flight Simulator, X-Plane, and the rest, my passion for aviation and flight simulation began with the Falcon series. So sit tight and watch how and why this old relic has survived more than 25 years, and maybe you will understand why I fell in love with it. Let's get started. Imagine a flight sim older than YouTube. A game from the 90s that still gets updates in 2025. One that asks you to align your inertial navigation system manually and doesn't even say please. This is Falcon BMS, a free, fan-developed F-16 simulator that's so complex, you might need a checklist just to turn on the radar. But here is the thing, once you learn it, it becomes one of the most complete, immersive, and rewarding combat sim experiences out there. My personal journey with the Falcon series started around 1991 with Falcon 3.0. I was in college, spending countless hours on gunship, F-15 Strike Eagle, F-19, and other flight sims. Okay, I might be off for a year or two, it's been a while. Then came Falcon 4.0 in 1998, developed by Microprose, the legends behind some of the greatest sim titles in PC gaming. Naturally, I rushed out and bought a copy the moment I heard about it. And Falcon 4 was way ahead of its time. State-of-the-art visuals, realistic flight dynamics, a huge weapons loadout, and most importantly, a dynamic campaign system. That was virtually unheard of outside Falcon 3.0 itself. It wasn't just a sim, it was a full-scale war in a box, unfolding in real time across the Korean peninsula, a full color manual longer than most college textbooks, and enough cockpit switches to give you mild anxiety. I was hooked, but it was also buggy. Crashes, FPS drops, broken missions. Reviewers called it ambitious, meaning it's great when it doesn't crash. I spent more time tweaking config files and reading online forums than flying. But when it worked, oh man, it was magic. Eventually, Microprose was shut down. But Falcon 4 didn't die. Not even close. At some point, the source code was leaked. Yep, that happened. And the community took over, not just to make a few textures either. They rewrote massive parts of the game. Projects like Free Falcon and Open Falcon sprang up, each taking the sim in their own direction. Then came benchmark sims, or BMS, the group that would define the modern era of Falcon. They didn't just polish it, they rebuilt it. New flight models, 3D cockpits, modern avionics, terrain overhauls, dynamic weather, and even stable multiplayer. Naive version of me thought, well, this won't last. They will burn out soon enough. I was so wrong. They just kept going like a raging bull for over 2 decades. No Kickstarter, no merch drops, no corporate backing, just pure passion. These people mod Falcon like they are working at NASA, but unpaid. So, what makes Falcon BMS so special? Let's start with the systems. You're not just flying, you're doing the job of an actual Viper pilot. INS alignment, steer point programming, radar mode switching, weapons configuration, and praying you didn't forget to uncage the seeker head. The flight model is no joke either. G-loading, energy bleed, high alpha handling, it all matters. Yank and bank? Good luck. We will stall out faster than you can say Fox 3. And then there is the campaign, the crown jewel. It's not just a string of missions, it's a real-time persistent war. AI squadrons fly their own missions. Ground units move across the map. You might be just one of hundreds of sorties happening that day, but your performance actually matters. The war feels alive. Radio chatter from ground forces requesting CAS, close air support, pilots calling SAM launches, someone ejecting nearby. It's chaotic, immersive, and deeply satisfying. Falcon BMS isn't stuck in 1998, far from it. As of version 4.37, it includes modern avionics, VR support, and it runs well. A sleek new UI, smarter AI, improved terrain and graphics effects. The F-16 is modeled down to the rivets, with realistic ground radar modes like GMT and DBS, sniper pod integration, and full weapon programming. You also get multiple theaters: Korea, the Balkans, Israel, and fan-made maps. And the best part? It runs beautifully, even on mid-range PCs. Try that in some other sites. And here is the real kicker. The devs recently pulled off what many thought was impossible: full fidelity support for multiple aircraft. With the release of the F-15C mod, Falcon is no longer just an F-16 sim. It's evolving into a full-blown multi-airframe combat sim. And the F-15C? That's just the beginning. In many ways, Falcon BMS is getting one step closer to the dream Gilman Louis and his team had back in the 90s. The electronic battlefield system. A dynamic, interconnected combat sim that was way ahead of its time. Let's be real, Falcon BMS has a reputation. It's not the friendliest sim for beginners. The manuals are long, the avionics are complex, and the default tutorials? Well, let's just say they are vintage. But here's the good news, you're not alone. The community may be smaller than some, but it's passionate and incredibly helpful. There are YouTubers, Discord groups, training squadrons, and full-blown virtual Viper wings ready to guide you. They'll teach you everything: code starts, formation flying, comms, tactics, even how not to crash on landing. Don't be intimidated. You don't have to learn it all at once. Start small, learn one thing, then another. Before you know it, you'll be flying real combat missions like a pro. And when you land, after your first full sortie, feel low, hands shaking. It's the best feeling in the world. Falcon BMS has no Steam page, no official trailers, no paid expansions. It's run by volunteers who love aviation, realism, and the F-16. And in an age where most sims charge you for every new aircraft, Falcon BMS offers one of the deepest combat flight experiences, for free, as long as you own the original Falcon 4. It's not easy, but it was never meant to be. This is for sim pilots who want to be challenged, who want to learn, fail, and finally master the Viper. If you have ever dreamed of flying an F-16, not just pretend, but really fly it, maybe it's time you gave Falcon BMS a look. because after all these years, it's still alive, still flying, and somehow still getting better. I just wish I had more time to fly with my old flame. Falcon, my love for you hasn't faded. If you liked my story, subscribe for more sim stories, guides, and deep dives. And let me know in the comments, what's your Falcon BMS story? Is this your first time hearing about it? How long have you been flying it? Alright, fly safe. I'll see you in the skies.